Hi, my name is Juan, and I'm going to tell you my story of when I immigrated to the United States. I was 22 years old and I lived in Chiapas. The education system of Chiapas was very poor and there were very few job opportunities. I didn't know who my father was. I lived only with my mom and my sister Rosa. My sister was only 21 years old, and one day our mom told us that a friend of hers had offered her a job for my sister and me. The only problem is that the job opportunity was in New York. Even though the Chiapas had very pure education, in the school where I had been with my sister, they had taught us English since we were in first grade of elementary school, so we knew more or less how to speak it and understand it. So the language was not an excuse for not emigrating to the United States. We didn't have passport and visa, but my mother's friend told her that she will arrange everything if we take the job. It was very it was a very tough decision because we were going to leave our mother alone. Our mother, like all mothers, wanted the best for us, so she told us that these opportunities come once in a lifetime, and we had to take it. It was very difficult to realize that we were not going to be with our mother anymore, but that we had to take the opportunity. We started trying to practice more our English because we knew that we were going to use it a lot. After 3 months, our documents arrived and we were ready to emigrate. It was a very long trip, and during the flight, I started thinking about how my life was going to be. My main hopes were that I was going to have a decent job and that I was going to meet the love of my life. But I also have fears. The main ones were that I was going to have an unfair boss and that the people from there were going to treat me bad because I was an immigrant. After 4 hours, we finally arrived to New York. Before we left, our mother gave us an address and told us that we had to take the subway to get to the domicile of her friend. We bought a map of New York subway. At first, we didn't understand, so we asked gently to a man if he could explain us how to use it. We understood fast and we gave the thanks to the man, so we took the subway and after 3 stops, we arrived to the address. Our mother's friends came out and she was very gentle. She told us that in the first months we could live with her, but that after a time we had to look for an apartment to us. Our mother's friends told us that we were going to start in 1 week, so we got happy because we were going to have time to know the city. In the first day we went to the Statue of Liberty. It was very funny and entertaining. We took a lot of pictures and we had a great time, and in the night we decided to go to Times Square, which is a place that has a lot of panoramic ads and restaurants. It was beautiful because it had a lot of colors and there was a lot of people, all of different cultures, walking and seeing the restaurants and stores. My sister loves the chocolate, so we went to the M&M's store. I can't even describe the happiness of my sister when she was in the store. The next day we went to Central Park and it was beautiful to see all of the trees and the lake and everything. We also wanted to go to the Yankee Stadium and we were lucky because especially that day the Yankees were going to play at night. We bought the cheapest tickets and we went to see the game. The moment when I was in my seat and saw the whole stadium was breathtaking and astonishing because I had never seen in my entire life such a big stadium. The next day we went to the Empire State and it was stunning to see all the buildings of the city because there were a lot of them and some of them very tall. That day we realized that we had finished to visit all the places that we wanted. So we decided to go to Washington D.C. because we wanted to know the White House. We took the train and after 3 hours we arrived to Washington. We arrived at night, so we went in the night to see the White House, and it was very interesting to see all the security they had. The next day we decided to go to the Capitol and also to some museums that were free. We liked a lot the Physics Museum because it had a lot of dynamic activities. After that, we took the train back to New York because we had to start working. That happened 3 years ago. Now I am 25 and my sister 24. And we live happily and we try to visit our mother twice a year and we send her money every month. About my fears, I was wrong because I realized that the people is very nice and gently, including my boss. And about my hopes, I was right because actually I have a great job, but I haven't found the love of my life. But I still have hope to find it.